It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded at the 2. Gets past one man. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Franklin. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Franklin. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards on the ground.
47 yards. First down, Baltimore.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. This will be caught by Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Trenton Cannon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. On first down, it's Franklin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run the counter. Franklin. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
And the Raven first down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus. Shoot!
From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's go! I got it. Hey, watch it. Motion. Come on. 51, Mike 51. You're not ready.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Gets it to his running back, Cannon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run on first down. It's Franklin. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Set. I got one.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come. Alert.
Watson operating from the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or
very
lights
quickly.
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Trenton Cannon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Ronald Blair. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. He's got room to run past the 20. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 95 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
It's hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to weigh to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Jackson, options out left. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Got the screen. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Mike 51.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Jackson, options out left. And he's got room. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Texans' 1-yard line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Man, I got you.
They go again with Cannon, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Franklin. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Here's Watson on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Micah Hyde able to get a hand in and knock that one away.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Austin, able to slither by. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Switch. Tight dog. 41's the mic. 41's the mic.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Andrews. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Jackson on 1st down. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. Back now in Houston. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keep it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Franklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Watson, option left. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine.
You're out.
You're all mine. Slam.
Take go.
On first down, Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Keep playing at the 42-yard line. Let's get it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
And they take a knee. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.